June 19th, commonly known as Juneteenth, marks the day when federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865. The troops' arrival, a full 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, marked the first time that the enslaved people of Texas knew that they were free. So Juneteenth marks the effective end of slavery in the United States, and we are so pleased to continue our tradition of recognition of this important date. Many Ohioans had been working to end slavery going back to 1835 with the formation of the first anti-slavery group in Ohio. Because of its proximity to Canada, Cleveland was a well-known destination for those traveling the Underground Railroad to freedom. Architect Levi Schofield and the planners of the Cuyahoga County Soldiers and Sailors Monument sought to record the great legacy and spirit of abolitionism and anti-slavery activity in the Western Reserve by creating this panel that symbolically faces north and is known as the Emancipation Panel. It features at its center and focal point President Abraham Lincoln removing the shackles from Dan Fields, a former slave, and handing him a gun. We believe that this is the only image that exists where Lincoln is handing a gun to a freed slave. On either side of Lincoln are well-known Ohioans who were prominent in the abolitionist movement. To Lincoln's left are Joshua Giddings and Benjamin Wade. Giddings, who represented Cleveland in the United States House of Representatives in the 1850s and 1860s, was one of the most well-known anti-slavery leaders in the nation. Benjamin Wade, who practiced law with Giddings and lived in the Akron area, was also a prominent figure in the anti-slavery movement and served in the United States Senate, where he fought vigorously against the fugitive slave law. To Lincoln's far right stands Senator John Sherman, brother of General William Tecumseh Sherman, who represented Ohio in the United States Senate and proposed numerous bills in support of ridding the nation of slavery, including the bill that banned slavery in the District of Columbia. Next to Lincoln is Salmon P. Chase, who served as United States Senator from Ohio, Ohio Governor, Secretary of the Treasury during the Civil War, and ultimately Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court. As a lawyer in Cincinnati during the 1850s, Chase was so active in assisting escaped slaves in obtaining their freedom that he was known as the Attorney General of fugitive slaves. A detailed look at the background of the mural shows a depiction of the formation of the United States Colored Troops. In 2019, after additional research, the Monument Commission added the names of 107 men from Cuyahoga County who served in the United States Colored Troops, and those names were added to the honor roll. I believe that this mural is one of the most symbolic images in the monument. It speaks to freedom for the enslaved masses who were freed because of the valiant service of the more than 9,000 citizens of Cuyahoga counties whose names are engraved on the walls of this hallowed space and who served the nation in the Civil War. It shows that those who created this monument to the memory of those who served in the Civil War recognize their fight for freedom. At the top of the mural are the final words of the Emancipation Proclamation, words that embody the spirit of Lincoln when he issued the Emancipation Proclamation. And upon this act, sincerely believed to be an act of justice warranted by the Constitution, upon military necessity, I invoke the considerate judgment of mankind and the gracious favor of Almighty God.